Gemini, welcome to your September 2021 astrology forecast. For those of you who are new, I'm Anisha. Welcome to my channel on astrology and tarot. To know more about my work, you may visit my website, tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love life or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Geminians, we're beginning September 2021 with a fabulous new moon that is set in your house of home, and we also have Sun and Mars set over there. Now, new moon is going to be activating your sense of security, your family, and the place with whom you share your home. And this is a time where you can not just renovate your house. Some of you could lease, some of you could buy or sell your home. You could be changing locations, you could be changing homes. This new moon also signifies revival of familiar karmic stories that get passed down through an ancestral line. And on the opposite spectrum, it also speaks about a new page or a new chapter that is going to be starting within your family history. And often when this new moon comes about in a house of home or the house of security, it can be because this house also, it's a house of Cancer, it governs our mother, and it can be that you become aware about something that was there in your family which you could have been blind to. It could be a certain pattern, maybe it could be a passive aggressive way of dealing with everybody, and suddenly you become very aware that and that could be stemming primarily from your mother, and you could realize that you are behaving in a certain way. And this also speaks about the family dynamics as to how it is that the power control or the emotional control or the manipulation that happens within families, and you could just it could just get, it could be more sort of on the surface during this time. And it's a wonderful time to be bringing new things to the home. It's a great time to be sprucing up your home, redecorating. It's a wonderful time to be restoring the home energy as well. So you could be clearing things out. You could be maybe adding new things, and like I said earlier, there could be a new addition. Maybe there's a baby or there's someone who's got married and there's an addition to the family. Overall, because this also speaks about our karmic ties and lessons which get passed on from our parents, and primarily I would say our mother, because this is the house of Cancer. It can be that you could be realizing and understanding a passive aggressive pattern, or it could be some other toxic pattern that you may have imbibed from your parents. On the 11th, we have Venus that moves into your house of home, your house of work and your house of health. And Venus is going to make even the most mundane of chores look quite wonderful. You're going to be in a state of almost zen when you're carrying out your chores. And for a lot of you, it also speaks about being at peace with your own body and your skin, feeling very comfortable about who you are and what you look like. And Venus is also going to be encouraging you to take care of your health. However, in the placement like this, like Jupiter, Venus also tends to activate a sweet tooth. So try and be careful about excesses. Try not to overindulge yourself as far as food is concerned. But as far as your work is concerned, it's a good time to be renovating your work area. Good time to be, maybe some of you could be picking up a new project during this time. On the 15th, we have Mars that moves into your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And it is joining Mercury over here. So it can be maybe some news that you have been waiting as far as your children are concerned. That news comes and there's a movement along with it. And Mars is all about action. So you could be launching a pet project. You could be getting more involved in your hobby. Maybe your hobby is turning into a business for some of you. For some of you, this speaks about a new romance, and you could be initiating things right now. You could be maybe planning things, planning a travel with your loved one, On the 20th, we have a full moon that is there in your house of career, reputation, and it is how it is that the world perceives you. And we also have Neptune over there. So full moon is going to be bringing something to closure. Something is coming to fruition during this time, and it can be that maybe a job is finishing, is coming to an end, maybe a project is coming to an end, and because Neptune is there, it can be that there has been a sense of almost denial. There's, things have not been maybe clear, or maybe people have not really specified that, oh, this is ending, or this is really the end. For a lot of you, this speaks about accolades, recognition at workplace. And in certain cases also, it can be that something is given clarity as far as a work situation is concerned. So you're able to go ahead and take a decision. On the 23rd, we have Sun that moves again into your house of love, romance, creativity. So it's after a period of nesting, you're now really coming out, after being at the house of home, you're coming out to play. So a very playful period of the year, and it is really inspired. You will be really inspired creatively and emotionally as well. And for a lot of you, this encourages taking spontaneous risks, and you're going to be taking a lot of pride in your creations, your love affair, your children, and your hobbies. And there's going to be a lot of emphasis on pleasure and amusement, and also for freedom of self-expression during this cycle. Good time to be showing off your best colors, Geminians. Wonderful time to be expressing yourself creatively, and you're going to be finding a lot of joy in expressing truly who you are and letting your inner child out during this time. And for those of you who are single, you could find yourself being more flirtatious than usual, and you could also, you might also take a few risks in life, and not only with gambling and games, but maybe some of you could even, take to really adventurous sport. You might be a bit of I would say, in a space of showing off and, wanting that attention and asking people that, oh, look at me, here it is that I have arrived. Mercury goes retrograde on the 25th and carries on being so till about 19th of October, and it is there again in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. So Geminians, all the projects, all the love relationships, things to do with children, with creative projects, try and ensure that you finish them by the 20th, so that you can just do the research work when the retrograde begins. And it's a time really where during the retrograde especially, not a good time to be starting especially a new relationship, not a good time to be starting new projects, new creative projects. Also, you could be suffering from a little bit of a low confidence during the retrograde. So try and watch the story that you're telling yourself about yourself. So don't compare yourself to others, and seek inspirations. Maybe visit a gallery, go to a museum, the theater, the beach, the park. Try out a new craft, take yourself on an artist's date. And it's a wonderful time to be reconnecting with your inner child. So aim to recapture your spontaneity, spend time with your children, be more forgiving, be curious. And also for some of you, an old flame, an ex may reappear during this time. And past partners can remind you of how far you have come, or how happy, depending on how unhappy or happy you are in the current situation. Alternatively, this is an excellent time to inject some romance back into a jaded relationship. Put your thinking cap on and devise new ways to play together. And traditionally, again, not a good time to be starting a new love affair, while of course life must go on when the retrograde is there, but just not wise to be falling head over heels and promising more than you can deliver. The keywords for you for the retrograde are reignite, reanimate, rehearse, rekindle, and recapture. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Geminians. I'll see you again soon. And thank you so much for watching.